skills. Do not look any further. Sign up for EBEONADI103.5FM Media Talent Hunt and Skill Acquisition Show. Today, you will have the opportunity to learn and become an expert in video coverage, photography, film editing, music production, advertising and social media marketing, content creation, filmmaking, radio drama, magazine production, and many more. Register today at EBEONADI 103.5 FM Ogidi opposite Ogunike Boys inside European Residency Hotel Ogidi. For more information, call or WhatsApp 080 65 79 6599.
Listen to news updates on EBEONADI 103.5 FM immediately after Angelus 6 o'clock a.m. and 6 o'clock p.m. weekdays. Stay tuned to be updated, to be informed. News updates, live reports. EBEONADI FM breaks the news with actualities.
I believe that if we are hoping for a new Nigeria,
you can as well listen online via mixlr.com/GistFM.
Good evening and welcome to EBEONADI 103.5 FM News Update. Today, Tuesday, the 7th day of January 2025, and the time is 4 minutes past the hour of 6. Martin Epanshuku Ekeze is my name. The headlines. Community leader clarifies the death of 3 children of same parents in Anambra. Southeast Development Commission appointments. Kingsmen disown Enugu ex-speaker Odo as controversy lingers. Senator Abaribie asks President Tinubu to release Nnamdi Kanu. Oborowori assures Agbo fire victims of support. Former Turkey striker Osimhen has no rival, urges Galatasaray to sign physical and athletic forward. U.S. Congress certifies Trump's presidential election win. Now, details. Community leader clarifies death of 3 children of same parents in Anambra. The President General of Nise community in Oka South local government area of Anambra State, Chief Anthony Nwabuona, has clarified the death of 3 children of same parents in the community. There was pandemonium in Nise community on Sunday after 3 children left at home by their parents were discovered dead. Many had attributed it to evil people, insinuating that they may have been killed. But the leader of the community told journalists that they suffocated. The President General said, "We got a distress call from the head of our local vigilante group about the death of the children, and we rushed to the compound to see the children lifeless. And it was also confirmed that they entered their father's car and were playing inside the car, and they mistakenly pinned down the lock of the car and couldn't open it. The youngest of them had her body swollen as a result of lack of air because the windows of the car were closed. So we wish to state that they were not slaughtered as was earlier reported, and we have made an official entry with the police over the sad incident," he noted. Also, the head of the vigilante group in the community, who did not give his name, explained that the death would have been avoided if an adult was around to help the children. So, Southeast Development Commission appointments. Kingsmen disown Enugu ex-speaker Odo as controversy linkers. Complaints continued on Monday over the recent appointments into the Southeast Development Commission, SEDC, with stakeholders in all the Progressive Congress, APC, Igbo-Etiti local government area of Enugu State, tackling former Speaker, Enugu State House of Assembly, Eugene Odo, over his views on the matter. The chairman of the party in the local government, Simon Atta, who spoke on behalf of the stakeholders, criticized Odo for what they describe as baseless, ignorant, and unfounded allegations against the leadership of the Southeast APC. Stakeholders said that the initial list, which included Ugochukwu Abala from Enugu West and Dr. Daniel Ugwaja from Enugu North, was a letter altered, replacing Ugwaja with Toby Okechukwu, another PDP stalwart from Enugu West. The stakeholders expressed their support for the initial nominations, describing Odo's comments as a calculated attempt to sow discord within the APC. The initial list had a nominee from the Enugu West zone in the person of Barrister Ugochukwu H. Abala and another one from the Enugu North zone in the person of Dr. Daniel Ugwoja. Fortunately, the list was tampered with and the only nomination coming from Enugu North, Nsukka, was changed to known PDP man. Senator Abaribe asked President Tinubu to release Nnamdi Kanu. Senator Enyinia Abaribe, representing Abia South Senatorial District, has called on President Bola Tinubu to facilitate the release of Nnamdi Kanu, the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB. Speaking after a meeting with Abia State Government, Dr. Alex Oti, Abaribe expressed confidence in Tinubu's reputation as a listening leader, urging him to heed the advice of the Attorney General of the Federation and other stakeholders advocating for Kanu's freedom. I expect that the President will listen to both this Attorney General and all of us who have been pushing for the resolution of issues in the Southeast. Criminals have hijacked the situation using Kanu's name to perpetrate violence and other despicable acts. Releasing him will help restore peace and order in the region, Abaribe said. Abaribe assured Tinubu that Southeast leaders are ready to act as guarantors for Kanu's release, emphasizing that his freedom is critical to addressing challenges like the Monday sit-at-home orders and ongoing insurgency. Abaribe also commended Governor Oti's developmental strides in Abia State and called for bipartisan collaboration to ensure Southeast growth. Oborowori assures Abo fire victims of support. Governor of Delta State, Sheriff Oborowori, on Monday commiserated with the families of the deceased and assured them of government support. This assurance came less than 24 hours after a fire caused by a falling tanker killed 4 people and ravaged some buildings in Abo, a Kasa local government area of the state. Oborowori, who mandated his deputy Sir Monday Onyeme to lead top government of functionaries to visit the families of the victims and inspect the level of damage, I said in a video call during the visit to the husband of one of the victims that they should take heart and believe that God alone knew why it happened. Onyeme, in an interview with journalists during the visit, said the state government was touched by the unfortunate incident and assured support for the victims. He said, "What happened was an unfortunate accident. Those of us who are alive will do what we can to cushion the effects of the accident on the victims and their families. It was an unfortunate incident, and our governor, Right Honorable Jerry Oborowori, asked us to come and see what happened and commiserate with the families of the victims." Former Turkey striker Ochime has no rival, urges Galatasaray to sign physical and athletic forward. Former Turkey international striker Gökmen Özdemir has suggested that Victor Osimhen was not at his best during Galatasaray's 2-1 victory against Göztepe this past weekend. Despite the Super Eagles star getting on the score sheet, the Napoli Loni took his tally for the season to 13 goals in all competitions when he opened the scoring from the spot 10 minutes into the game. The goal scoring burden now falls on Osimhen after Mauro Icardi suffered an anterior cruciate ligament injury during a Europa League match against Tottenham Hotspur on November 7th, which may rule him out for the remainder of the campaign. Former Chelsea forward Michy Batshuayi has had a tough time impressing at Galatasaray, scoring only 7 goals in 25 games since his arrival last summer. Although Galatasaray have a talented squad, Gomek Özdemir has urged the Lions to sign a top-class striker with physicality and artism to rival the Nigerian international. You are listening to news updates on EBEONADI 103.5 FM. Now we move over to the foreign scene. U.S. Congress certifies Trump's presidential election win. The U.S. Congress formally certified the Republican President-elect Donald Trump's election victory on Monday during a session presided over by Democratic Vice President Kamala Harris, who lost the November contest. The quadrennial ritual clearing the way for Trump's inauguration in 2 weeks went like clockwork and stood in sharp contrast to 4 years ago when a mob of Trump supporters stormed the Capitol in a failed bid to block the certification of then President Trump's 2020 loss to Democratic President Joe Biden. Trump continues to falsely claim that his 2020 defeat was the result of a widespread fraud and had won throughout his 2024 campaign, that he harbored similar concerns until his November 5th defeat of Harris. Harris oversaw the roll call of the states in the vice president's ceremonial role as a president of the Senate, known for her broad smiles and upbeat demeanor in public appearances. She stood stoic with hands clasped on the desk as she handed off certificates of each state's electoral votes for Trump and herself. This is where we draw the curtain on news updates on EBEONADI 103.5 FM. But before we leave, a quick look at the headlines. Community leader clarifies death of 3 children of same parents in Anambra. Southeast Development Commission appointments. Kingsmen disown Enugu ex-speaker Odo as controversy lingers. Senator Abaribie asks President Tinubu to release Nnamdi Kanu. Oborowori assures Abo fire victims of support. Former Turkey striker Osimhen has no viral. Urges Galatasaray to sign a physical and athletic forward. U.S. Congress certifies Trump's presidential election win. You just listened to news updates on EBEONADI 103.5 FM. News produced and read by Martin Ifeanyi Chukwu Ekeze. Thank you for listening. Good evening.
Listen to news updates on EBEONADI 103.5 FM immediately after Angelus 6 o'clock a.m. and 6 o'clock p.m. weekdays. Stay tuned to be updated, to be informed. News updates, live reports. EBEONADI FM breaks the news with actualities.
I believe that if we are hoping for a